video stuff on the side while you can do this, sure. Then there's editing and post. Until then, there is none.
What a day it will be.
Exactly.
A little more reverb on my mic, please.
What? I don't know why I pulled the mic in. It's not even picking up on this.
Only when I'm casting spells. It'll be cool.
Oh God.
Maybe some delay too.
Yeah.
Text Amber. Hey guys, everyone tuning in. What's up? What is up? If you're watching us via Twitch or via our Facebook, what's going on? We're getting ready to start up some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to be the Dungeon Master today. Anthony Mullen, what's going on? I've got the Faybala 5 here, and can't wait to bring on a great session for you all. We left the party off last week a little bit in a moment of suspense. Who knows what's going to happen to them? Oh, I left all the minis downstairs. I better have to run down and grab them. I'll let the party entertain you in a moment. But I left the party off in a bit of a moment of suspense last session, so I'm interested to get into today and see where everyone goes. I'll be right back, everyone. I'll let the players talk to you all.
All right, so since there's no post, what should we say? Because he's not going to listen to it.
Well, I mean,
let's give a shout out to our sponsors. Let's do that now.
Yeah.
Do shouts out to DCT Industries, who is maybe in the chat, maybe not. I'm not sure. If you are, let us know. They're working on a game called Kaimon, which is a battle game with some tiny little monster men, which are pretty cool. There's a whale. I like the whale. There's a penguin guy. I like the penguin guy. There's this Triceratops man, who I think is pretty sweet. So a lot of variety. But yeah, it's a 3v3 battle arena game based on kind of a mix between like a Warhammer tabletop game and a Pokemon monster taming game. So keep an eye on the Facebook page. It is DCT Industries.tabletop gaming on Facebook. Check it out. We're also sponsored by Ricky. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ricky.
Cheese Doodles. Thanks,
Nice.
Cheese Doodles. Your baked cheesy goodness, along with Cheez-Its, keep
Cheese
us
Doodles, but square.
chugging along through these lovely sessions. And maybe Dairy Queen. Who knows? Treat yourself to a nice blizzard tomorrow. It's a good way to start a Monday, I guess.
Yellow, different.
Yeah.
All right, so two of us were eating web. It wasn't me.
It was me.
Thanks.
Oh,
It was definitely me. I rolled it. Not good.
not good. So yeah, I still don't know what's gonna happen next. I've got one of your goblins with a little torch on my disc still, but
Yeah, it'll be good.
I forgot where we even left
I
off.
found a solution to my lack of a battle cam.
battle cam.
Battle cam.
This battle cam is brought to you by.
As I was downstairs grabbing the minis, I was like, "Oh wait, hold on, I can use this instead." Just for
Nice.
tonight, for today, and then we'll have a proper battle cam next week. Oh,
Battle
but I heard the players telling everyone about our great sponsor, Jeff over at DCT Industries. We have some great products that we will be doing as giveaways. Have some stuff in the works with Danny for our Roll for Wisdom, as well as finding some ways to build up the giveaways for the starter set and the essential kit that were gladly donated by Dreams Come True Industries, DCT Industries. Check out Kaimon if you have not yet, as well as we have a bunch of minis that I am in the works of establishing a giveaway with Danny that we'll be doing for Roll for Wisdom with character builds, which is going to be really fun. I'm really excited, and it's going to be interesting to do for you all. I'm actually thinking that if we can hit an established number of followers on Twitch tonight, that I actually want to do a giveaway for one of the packs early, I believe. So if we get So if we can get to, I'm going to say, if we can get to 20 subscribers or 20 followers through Twitch tonight, whoever is in the chat, when it happens, we are going to look at, we're going to let everyone know to say here or say hey I'm active, and we're gonna pick someone. I'm gonna have one of the players pick someone at random to win one of the WizKid minis, one of the multi-class packs I'll be able to send out. So if you're watching, start sharing this around, as well as we'll be telling everyone at the beginning as we get this going to share around and to stay tuned, because if we hit 25 subscribers for Twitch, we will do a giveaway.
Also, if you want to know more about DCT Industries, Anthony, our lovely dungeon master, actually did an interview with Jeff, and the audio's up. And it was a great listen. I listened on my car adventure this week, and I had some fun learning more about the back story of Kaimon and DCT Industries, and just, I don't know, it was fun. So if you want to check that out and learn more, go for it.
Yes,
And
you
if you
can.
don't, listen to it anyway.
Yep, basically what we're saying. All right. 1 second, players. I am sorry, everyone tuning in. Let you know that we have a great fun encounter set. I am stalling right now because I'm stalling.
Good things come to those who wait. I heard.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure everyone gets a battle map, if possible. So.
Whoa.
I know, that's trippy. We're gonna swap that.
It's like the Finks powers.
Yep,
Oh.
that's the Finks powers.
Now.
That's what that is.
Power of freedom.
There we go. All right, everyone. So, that being said,
It's our next encounter, the evil mouse of doom.
all right. Can you see the mouse? Oh, you guys can. I'm gonna move this a little bit like that. A little bit up like that.
I'd like to make an attack roll to turn off the Bluetooth.
All right. So, with all that being said and done,
Real quick, Twitch is to subscribe to us, right? 20 people subscribe, follow.
so how many? What subscribers are we at as of right now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just making a post, so I just want to make sure. I put it on
Many.
the
Oh
thing.
yeah, no, we won 25. When we hit 25 subscribers, guys, we are going to be doing a giveaway. 25 subscribers. All right. So we've had enough technical delays pulling in. Let's finally get this set and going. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the big build-up for us to begin the session for today, but it's come along. As I said previously, we left last week off with our players having an encounter with a rogue that dropped by, coming after Finks, apparently claiming to have to be willed to kill him due to a curse that has been placed.
After attempting to remove the curse with evading the encounter with a little bit of luck, there has been no change in our favorite goblin finks. They follow back down the hall where Remus was working on a sliding door that had trapped them from moving forward. Taking his time, he had opened it up, passed through the way. If I'm not mistaken, you guys successfully crossed through but 1, 2, and 3 more hallways, bending around, similar to the fishbone previously. You begin to walk down this templed hall that, realistically, at one point before being grown over with this earth material, this just matter, this dirt and just residue of decompost and just matter that just caked up on the walls and built in here, kind of has this kind of clamminess a little to it. It was once probably well filed down, nice, precise halls with extreme delicacy to be built, or not delicacy, dainty to make sure all the pillars line up and everything is precise. Over time, it's worn on, and you guys are now seeing the change of this, the environment. You previously were more of a sanded, pitted tunnels above, and now you see that this is kind of overgrown with something. Journeying further through, the hall began to kind of tighten a little bit more single-filed, and had a webbiness texture. You all proceeded to move forward on, and soon, to a few poor rolls, triggered some movement on the walls, plucking some of the webbing, as you all began to hear a noise coming from above, down the hall in front of you. I just do not remember the order of you all. Please, what was your marching order? If I'm not mistaken.
I was in the back.
I was third.
I was first with the Fink's torch goblin on top of my tensor's disc floating in front of me.
And I would be second.
All right. So.
That's patent pending, by the way.
I'm so sorry. So who was first?
I was.
You were first.
Remus, yeah.
Let's see, we're going after a camera.
Do 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 do.
So you would be going. So it was Remus. Who was behind Remus? Azoth. Howard in the middle. Finks in the rear.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So in a moment, I have Azoth is downstairs.
Just turn into a bear.
Yeah, there you go.
I should just buy him a bunch of those like
Those little like
plastic animals, like
Yeah,
you
the
get
animal ones.
a machine. I'm
Bag
like,
of animal crackers.
bag of it, yeah, just. And when I'm done, you can just eat it. Just
there you go.
Okay. And you hear chittering noise coming down the hall. I like you all to roll for initiative. What are you doing as you roll for initiative? I'll say too.
Being sad. What's my mod? Fail me, you failed me.
Okay. All right, Howard, what'd you get?
I rolled a 4.
Remus.
I got a 9.
Azoth.
I got a 9 as well.
Finks.
All right.
I also got a 9.
Oh, wow.
What the hell, Howard? Messing up the group.
I know. I gotta be different.
That's
Typical Howard.
All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, top of the round. You hear and down the hall. Let's see. Can I draw on this? Will you guys see? Oh shoot! You guys will see on that. All right, so you guys are. On here, you see in the hall. Cut down this way. You see it bend around in this of an angle. You start to hear noise coming from over here. What are you doing?
Is it a noise that sounds familiar?
I'll give you. Give me a history or a. Give me a history check.
16.
16. Sounds almost like a mass of spiders.
All right. I'm gonna wild shape into a spider.
You're wild shape into a spider.
Giant,
What
giant spider. Yeah.
Giant spider.
Yeah.
I only have one giant spider mini. Oh, okay.
Well, guess you can't use them now. We
It's
win.
okay.
Yay!
It's okay. I got other.
We won D&D.
That's some metagaming.
That's.
Yeah, I want to wild shape into the giant spider that was coming around the bend.
It's okay. I got backups. Don't worry. I got alternatives. But that was the giant spider mini I had. All right. So, your action before initiative kicks in, you take a check. You turn into a giant spider. You both instantly, Remus, right behind you. You hear. I'm assuming you say spiders, or are you just turning into one?
I'll just turn into one.
Okay, so Remus, without thinking, you hear this, and behind you, you get pushed forward as you assume Azoth turned into an animal again, and you slowly, probably glance through your shoulder and see a giant spider leg just right around.
No, does it have similar traits to Azoth, or is it just a giant spider?
It'll have the silver mohawk going down the middle of me like a stripe.
Okay.
All my animals will have that distinctive marking.
All right, I understand it's Azoth then, so I'm just going to. I still don't know what's coming for us. I heard something weird. Should we just keep moving?
You guys make a decision. I'll give you a free action to shout something and say something before initiative takes in if you want to.
I think we should run.
Which way you running?
Backwards?
No, further in.
Okay.
All right.
Run. Is Sphinx actually stuck at this point, or can he?
I have no idea.
I know his mouth is full of web.
Actually,
We'll see how.
How long has it been?
What's up?
How long has it been since the standoff in the room with us and Solander?
I think we took a long rest already, if that's what you were worried about.
No, well, no. I was wondering if we were still telepathically connected, so I could at least hear Finks mentally cry for help.
I'll say, well, not remembering fully, we'll say you're at the tail end of it. That perhaps there may be just a moment of something. But so you may say something if you wish to him.
I'm just gonna send exclamation marks.
Okay.
I don't. I guess we're running then.
All right.
I take that as like an excited. Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna turn around real quick. Does Sphinx look like he is stuck, or is he running with us?
Make a perception check. Sphinx, I want you to make a dex save.
Sure.
Now I roll a 9.
Good. 19.
It's really hard to see, especially because you guys are in probably dim light. If you have your oil still a little cramped up with the back shadows, so a little hard to see. You really can't tell.
I don't. There's a little Sphinx light in the front. Yep. So that would check out then, dim light. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then I'm going to go over to Sphinx and help him unstuck if he is unable to get out.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Are you gonna try? Are you putting your staff in light anywhere, or are you just resting it, or are you gonna try and yank him with?
Just putting it. Just putting it down and gonna grab him in from the waist area and just kind of like yank.
All right.
With 13, so.
All right, real quick, where'd you put your staff down? Did you lean against
just on the
wall?
ground next to me.
On the ground?
No, on the ground next to me.
Fair enough. You go to yank, and as you do, I'll say, Sphinx, make a dexterity check as well.
All right, I got a 19 on the dex check.
As you go to yank him, Sphinx, you quickly sense the vibrations of your body going to pull, and you quickly slide and move your shoulders around so that you don't tug much harder on the webbing to alert possibly anything else.
Okay. Is my mouth free?
With that,
can I work on that?
You're on your way to it.
All right. I'll start chewing.
We're fully rested before any of this nonsense happens, right? Are we knocked out and okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would say, Sphinx, I'd give you something else to do. You get free before we kick into initiative, that's why.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You get a free action of something you wish to do. Is it just going to start to work away at your mouth? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm going to chew it like bubble gum. Blow bubble. I'm working on it.
Make a concentration
I've eaten
check.
spiders before.
Yeah.
Not weird. It's part of the fun. 17.
All right. You start to chew. Ow. It's kind of burning your tongue a little bit. It's kind of stinging. You're working your way through a giant, thick, hunky spider web strand. You're working your way. We take some turns. All right. Well, top of the turn then. There is a quick and sudden rush from around the corner. I have this in place. As a four-armed, covered in light, short, gray fur. Food for the colony. And begins to rush up towards you. It's going to go 10, 20, 30. And it is actually going to throw, it grabs a dagger from its pocket, this rusty, kind of looking, shanky looking hunk of metal, and just kind of whips it at you, Remus, seeing you in front of it. And
we'll see.
That is a 17 to hit.
That should hit, yeah. That'll hurt.
And it is 4 damage.
All right.
Piercing, I'll say.
What is the thing?
This looks like a four-armed humanoid creature covered in short gray fur, clawed hands. It is covered in this black mangy fur with pointed ears, kind of almost demonish, but hands look kind of like spider legs.
Okay.
But with fingers and almost claws on the end of like fingers as it pokes around the corner. All right, top of the round. Next up in the round is Azoth. Finks, you're on deck with Remus following up. What are you doing?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually going to just step in front of Remus. I'm going to kind of like push Remus like behind me. Like just kind of like motioning like this is like my food almost, kind of like
you're passing by me and I just kind of like,
yeah, I'm like kind of getting you like, you know, just kind of like putting you more into safety, thinking maybe like it'll see me as a spider because it didn't see me turn into anything, so thinking maybe like it'll like be smart enough although I doubt it
Make a
that I'm
check.
all right, so that is a 17.
All right, I mean, you know, for a moment, so it can just stalls for a moment. You have it just off kilter, like it's like, wait, huh? Like I got what you said, and kind of what you kind of push through, but it's confused by you, little.
Okay.
And Finks, Remus. Finks, what are you doing? Just
right.
chewing?
If I'm still working on it, yeah, I can't really cast any spells without talking, so I am working on getting that web out of my mouth.
All right. As you're chewing through it, I'll say make a strength check.
Oh, I'm not good at these. 9.
All right. You are still currently stuck. I'll say make a Constitution save. As this burning, like corrosiveness kind of starts, like like the copper taste on your tongue. Oh.
Yeah, it's flavor.
Yeah, a little bit.
17.
Yeah, have this be the corrosive. 1 point of acid damage on your tongue.
Got it.
Oh, nice. All right. And Remus, what are you up to?
So I'm willing to see how this plays out for Azoth. I'm going to hold my action of throwing, no, I'll hold the psychic dagger action. I'm going to basically just keep falling behind Azoth. That way he's not too far off. And then if for some reason this guy gets up in his face, I'm going to also attack him.
So, I'll say so you're gonna try and get behind Azoth.
He is behind me.
I am behind. Azoth went past me.
I pushed him behind me on my turn to take ownership of them as being mine.
All right.
I almost imagine you like rode the wall above me. You used your legs.
Understandable. Yeah. I could give that. I'll give that. Okay. You kind of took it in and just kind of wait. We'll see. And so you're holding your action. Okay. In that moment, you hear Azoth. You do hear this picked up instantly now as a giant spider. These little swarm of spiders just coming out of the woodworks as they begin rushing up to the side and forward for you, sensing and smelling food and disturbances on the actual webbing that are pulling its threading as dinner bells. And they get 20 feet, so there. They're on their way there. And Howard, what are you doing?
Okay, so seeing what Azoth is doing, I am going to bonus action Shillelagh. That's so fun. And I'm going to hold my action of Flare unless the whatever creature thingy is in front of us decides to make an attack towards or tries to ignore Azoth.
Okay. Hold your action. Wait for that. All right. Howard, Remus, make perception checks with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
That sucks because I had a natural 20.
Maybe you'll do it again. Do it again.
No, 18 though, plus perception
All right.
is, hold on.
Remus, what you got?
I forgot.
I'm waiting for the second one. Oh, yep, the second one was definitely worse. 4.
22.
So Remus, you are staring straight forward at this 4-armed creature. As it threw a dagger at you, just be like, oh, maybe it's got another dagger. Just keying in on this, waiting for a move to strike. Howard, you hear a pop up behind you as it's almost a flash and a burst of, looking on the ground, a blue kind of dust just kind of waves
the dust.
This blue arcana energy just kind of magic flourishes on the ground as a spider apparates behind you. You all
Clever girl.
We've dealt with these before, Howard.
Mm-hmm.
You would hear another, and on the ceiling above this one is another flash.
I'm going to harvest their blink sacks.
The blinks. There, 10 feet up on the ceiling. And as well as coming out from the walls itself is another swarm of spiders as they move up 20 feet. They're going to go over, crawl up on the walls, and just wait next to where Azoth giant spider is. Just because who knows what may happen. That camera shot for you guys. All right. Top of the round is this. Where do you have fun? Looking at the party and kind of just looking at this giant spider. You gonna try and I don't think you can communicate. You hear this.
Yeah, I may not be able to communicate. Do I understand anything that's going on? The spider technically doesn't have any language, but if they all speak spider,
because of magic doing magic, you do hear in Undercommon, which you would briefly understand, perhaps, as just being an elf.
Okay, so what do I hear?
What colony do you hail from? And just more of a inquisitiveness. I don't know how you're going to try and communicate language, though. You are a giant spider.
Body language.
I'll kind of like try and like click my pincers together, make some form of rudimentary noise, all while with my my back leg kind of like I want to move forward slowly.
Okay.
While kind of like scooping them, like to kind of like basically reach back and say like, "Come with me," like you're with me to the group, and kind of like just and kind of like just try and like casually walk through, like you're going through a bad neighborhood. Maybe you took a wrong turn. So I'm going to kind of just keep going with what I've got to where I need to go without like offending anybody or.
All right.
You
I
know.
want a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're a giant spider clicking and moving, and I want everyone to roll insight checks.
15.
Roll what? Sorry.
Insight checks.
Insight. Gotcha.
All right, this could be good. I got a 17.
18 total.
15 for me.
All right. Surprisingly enough, almost. What was your persuasion?
15.
15. Who rolled below it? Anyone?
No, everybody had a 17 or higher.
Yeah.
I think.
So, surprisingly enough, you all kind of get the gist of what Azoth's doing as he's trying to shuffle you guys around a little bit. You both can move. Remus and Howard can both move. Azoth, you're noticing that Finks is stuck as you're trying to kind of shuffle the party along a little bit. How far do you try to move? Because essentially they'd have to move on their turn.
Didn't I pull Finks free?
Yeah, Finks is free.
No. Finks
His
is
mouth
Finks is.
I thought you said Finks was free. His mouth was still
Yeah.
gummed up.
Finks is.
He was
free.
just chewing
Mouth,
on the web. Yeah.
Well, mouth is still stuck. Like body isn't stuck, but mouth is still stuck into the.
Oh,
head
to the wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, your body
Oh.
was
I
gonna
was
be
like
stuck.
walking around
No,
with
he
gum.
pulled you. Yeah, no, you still have like your mouth is kind of like stuck in. That's why
Okay.
you're chewing through.
I would have started knifing then.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'll do that on my turn.
I thought he was pulled free, but he was just
Yeah,
kind of
I
like.
thought so too. Okay.
Nope, all
Yeah.
good. Better.
My mistake.
My bad too. It's all good. But Finks is
Um,
still chewing in on the wall. And he's like, trying to bite his way
enough that Finks would be able to catch up movement, like not to get so far out of range that on his turn of where if he could move, he could catch up relatively quickly. So just again, it's almost like you're walking on eggshells, tiptoeing kind of along here, just slowly.
It is being said, this is a single file corridor essentially at this point, hall.
Right.
So you probably are gonna step up on the walls and kind of shift your way around so they can walk by you, but they're gonna be single file, so you won't like if you're gonna go up over here. I mean, they're gonna pass by you and they're gonna be there. So
yeah, no, I still want them behind me. Like I'm gonna kind of like push through to kind of like get everybody else out of the way, and they're gonna kind of be like I'm a bodyguard almost. Like they're VIP there with me. Get out of my way.
okay,
But
make an
not
intimidation
violent.
check. Then
Okay.
I give that.
All right. 15.
15. All right, I'll say
Yeah.
with that, this pile skirts back just out of your way. This one is confused, and this one does not appear to be moving as you move forward. It's not backing away from you. You're slowly entering its presence and its range.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, but you can start to slowly push forward, and the party can follow you out as they want to. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Not bad. Finks, chewing away. Make a strength check.
I'm gonna cut with the knife.
All right. You gonna be delicate, or you just cutting just quick?
I think there's a little bit of urgency.
Got it. Just cut.
I'll cut quick.
Big attack roll. As long as you don't roll 1.
Well, 18.
All right. Easy enough. Bring the dagger. Cut you free. You are free. There's a little bit of gum in your mouth still, or a little bit of webbing. You're probably gonna chew through that for a bit.
All right. I'm gonna kind of
want to try to work on that. All right.
Stealth move to Azoth.
Okay. Move up behind Azoth. And all right. For the moment, from what you're perceiving, you're pretty hidden. You're pretty small. It would take up a lot to see you. And as far as being in front of you, there is a giant spider, so hopefully this creature doesn't see that. See you behind it. All right. Remus, what are you doing?
I'm still behind Azoth, right?
Yep.
Like I'm second. I'm just gonna I'm going to same as last time. I don't know if because you said it's a narrow hallway, so it's not like I could get under him or like next to him essentially.
You could squeeze around. I allow an acrobatics check to squeeze around your friends, and Azoth being a spider probably would have its legs positioned a little bit, so you could slide underneath them a bit. Essentially,
Okay.
Azoth, you could be like wall. You could be walking on the walls in the middle.
Yeah. I could do that just to give them room if something did need to go down, that they would have more movement to do so without me being in the way.
But like that's how the width of this hallway is. Like you're crunched up that you're like on the walls or you're like in front of everything.
No, I'll be crunched up on the walls that I could like tuck up tight if I needed to lift.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to. I feel like it wouldn't be that easy to hide, I guess, under him. But
maybe?
yeah, I'll just maybe no, probably not. I'm just gonna hold my action again. Wait for these guys to make the. I know they hit me with a dagger, and that's kind of the first move. But I feel like Azoth isn't in an aggressive way yet. Still, so I'm gonna hold an attack still for if someone does try to get Azoth. I'm just gonna scoot under him and get him real quick too.
Okay. Say, make an acrobatics check as you slide and try and scoot around Howard and Finks and stepping over him and try to slide underneath Spider Azoth.
Oh god, that's got to be a lot. I rolled good, and I know my acrobatic 25.
Yeah. As you slip by, you just see Finks sitting next to you, and just you slip right underneath Azoth. Just
sick.
Yep. You guys are now that there is an Azoth that is kind of up on the middle. The back of his Finks, you're off to the side, being kind of slipping next to his legs, trying to stay out of direct.
Not touching the wall.
Not touching the wall. And
careful.
Remus, you are slid up underneath the belly, not so stealthily in view of both this creature, the forearms, looking at you, and underneath the Azoth.
I guess after I land, can I just look scared of Azoth, like I know he's going to get me, kind of play it up to that thing where I'm his food.
Make a deception check.
The baster.
Deception. Oh, this is 28.
You all feel like, oh shoot, there's a moment that even you all see that there's this animalistic urge that Azoth may. Is he gonna eat one of you guys? He may just eat one of you. Let me see. Oh, that wasn't bad at rolling. How smart.
Can I lick Remus?
Okay.
Oh.
Do spiders have tongues?
There is a moment that one of those big fat pinchers just kind of caresses your side cheek as a lick, and it's kind of slimy and gooey. Equivalent of a rough tongue. Feels
Spiders
like a
don't have
tongue. A just big, prickly, just goo and slime. And you're like, oh. And there's a moment of just disgust from this figure, like, ugh, like shit.
All right. I'm going to hold my attack against whoever attacks Azoth.
Ready for a dagger? All right. First swarm. Let's see. They're not gonna tear. They're gonna go up 20 spaces. So 1, 2. They're gonna go up to Azoth, kind of right in front of you, Remus. There's a swarm of spiders. You guys are stuffed in a little hole. We know the order. There's essentially a little swarm of spiders in a 5-foot pit in front of you, starting to kind of like fan out and block your way of like you're coming into our den motion. Howard, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and follow Azoth for the time being.
Okay.
I'll stay in the back though. I'm not going to try to like push forward or anything. but I am going to focus my attention to the spider behind us, and I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast unless it becomes aggressive towards us.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And that'll be it for now.
See what this is.
Actually, can I? Let's
Yeah,
see. I
yeah.
have a feature of Mask of Many Faces, which basically I can disguise self. Can I do that as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to disguise my face to look like a spider. Human body, face of a spider.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. Understandable. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to see that mini.
You're like it's like a reverse mode.
Yeah. Basically.
That's not bad. I could probably work on a mini for that. Nice. All right. Make a straight. Just roll a charisma check for me.
Oh, perfect. Okay. That's a frick. That's a natural 1.
All right. Great. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing from that. It's just we'll see how that's perceived by some animalistic. They may be seeing through a full body in spider. They may not take notice, but for me, the lulls are real.
It's like
It's for the lulls.
cereal box spiders with the eye holes cut out and straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. All right. This one's gonna kind of back away a little bit. Not just more or less waiting for course of action. This one is going to on the ceiling. This little spider kind of crawls up and there's a moment of where it crawls up on the ceiling and then blinks to below next to you, Howard.
Have a go.
And Azoth, you sense behind you a little bump in the butt as there is something now behind you that isn't one of your party members. This swarm is just going to kind of curl and kind of it's going to kind of fan out across the tunnel, this little tunnel over here as well, blocking, seeing which way you are going for sure. Top of the round, it is the creature that's...
What is your intentions? I see food. It can feed us for many, many, many days. Why should I not kill you and take you? Show me your strength. Do you deserve this?
It's kind of talking over to you, Azoth. And you're getting broken language. Broken elf. Unless you know Undercommon, which I do not believe you fully do. You're an elf, though.
No, I do.
Oh, so you hear that? You hear that straight up? That's some dark elf.
Undercommon. Yeah, Undercommon's one of my languages.
Dark elf speech, man. You're hearing this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore him and just he's not worth my time. I'm just gonna keep going forward. Basically just you ignore the bully. I'm just gonna kind of just be yeah, whatever, and just kind of keep doing what I've been doing and just kind of push past him.
All right. Make a following intimidation check. Did you go to push forward?
You said intimidation?
Yeah.
Hold on. 9.
Are you using spider stats?
For those,
D20 plus spider charisma.
D20.
Spider charisma should be its own stat. I love it.
Okay. Then no, I was not using that, but I can. Hold on.
I am making this ruling that because there is no similar language, it's
okay. 14.
Oh, better. It backs away as
You're an interesting one.
Like,
Perhaps.
you know how like like if you're on the street and somebody's just like talking nonsense, you're just like, yeah, whatever, and you're just gonna kind of keep doing your thing. That's kind of like what I'm doing at this point. Like, just okay, just
Crossing the road.
Be you fine, whatever. Just we're going.
No eye contact.
No, just ignoring him. I'm just like step and keep moving. Like I'm not trying to be aggressive towards him. I'm not trying to like show anything. Just we got somewhere to be.
Got it. Goes
Halt. We will watch from afar.
And that is its response to your aggressive action as it begins to kind of just back away and push into the webbing itself a little, kind of just back off as a reaction to you moving, seemingly allowing you to pass by.
Then we're gonna keep moving forward.
Does anyone take any aggressive action throughout their turns if it lets you guys pass by?
If it lets us pass by, no. If it if it comes at Azoth or anyone else, then yes.
Like honestly, I was thinking of doing like the Cape Fear under the car thing with Azoth, just to hide more.
Grab onto my underside.
All right. So as you hide underneath Azoth a little more, kind of just tuck her in as he kind of shelters and kind of crawls with one of his arms, kind of claiming territory and possessiveness over Finks and Remus. Stepping forward, Howard, you very carefully gleaming over the rear. Make a perception check. As you all see this creature in the front kind of push into the wall and slip into a crevice that was unnoticed and kind of seemingly sink away into the meshing of webs and unknown pathways to you.
Beautiful. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see these spiders kind of... This swarm of spiders that is piled across the ground. You hear all these little spiders fade away. And... with that. What are you guys doing as you pass around
and
walk around this bend?
I'm going to turn around to the rest of the group and say, I think I did it. I think I scared them off with my spider face. I'm pretty sure there was a hidden crevice, though, that they went into, but it's all covered up by webs. So I think we should probably just keep going forward. And if we need to, we can always come back and
is it
go through that.
I clearly can't talk, but is it a location that Howard would remember if we were to come back? Like, was his perception or whatever high enough that he would take recollection of where it was?
Make a history check.
Me or Howard?
Howard.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually, you know what? I'd say make perception check. Make a perception check and kind of grain this into memory.
Okay. Perception 12.
All right. You find a... check this out. You find a location that is where they slipped away, and upon pushing through and pulling some of the tangy webs that's kind of sticking to your hands, the tackiness, you seemingly find that there is no passage. And a plume of spiders just skirts and scurries away from where the creature humanoid had slipped into.
Okay. Perfect. I just want to make like a market basically. So if we do have to come back, then it's easily noticeable.
Yeah. Carve into the wall. Fair enough.
Cool.
All right. What are you guys doing? Going forward?
All right. Let's continue.
Am I done chewing?
Yeah. Throughout the course of this, you begin to chew and you're fine. You've taken... Make another Constitution save.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. 1 point of poison damage. I'm sorry, not poison, acid. As you swallow it down, there's a little bit of burn as it kind of... It's almost like you got that acid reflex kind of burn, just a little bit down the back of the throat. Kind of liked it, probably. All right.
Good hurt.
Good hurt. Good hurt. All right, you travel, push through this continuing corridor as it is still roughly 5.5 feet push through. You go forward another around the bend where the creatures had kind of crawled from as the walled webbing is just packed thick here. And you see the corridor kind of cuts around a sharp turn and bends for maybe another 20 feet, and you see it open to a archway that is covered in webbing. Almost like, think Skyrim, where there's like the doorway and it's like spider webbed in front of
you.
There's no like actual door, just like webs are blocking us.
Yeah, like there's actual like there's a door to archway to move forward, and it's just like webbing has.
The hippie beads.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming since I'm a spider that I can just kind of get rid of it without it like being stuck to it or anything, so I can like clear it away.
You think so? Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Go on up and make an attack roll as you're gonna swat away some of the webbings.
18. Yeah, 18.
Okay. You scrape down part of the web, break down another part of it, and you see it break into an open room chamber. 100 or so feet wide, 100, 200 feet deep. Look up, and you actually see there is a ceiling that stretches and is into darkness. What do spiders have for vision? Do they have dark sight? What is their vision?
Blind sight 10 feet, dark vision 60 feet.
All right. You feel a tethering of webs that stretch up to the ceiling above everything. Almost like there's a network or colony above. What you see in the center of the room is a large raised level. And it's kind of almost like not nearly half of the room size, but about you're to like kind of like shrink in about quarter of it. So where it looks to be 25 feet, maybe 50 pushed in, maybe 35, 45, you really can't tell that well just from your angle. And it looks like the raised level from how you're 20 feet from it, 25 feet from it, it looks like it comes up about 10 feet off the ground.
So it's just like a raised platform, you said?
Raised platform, and on it, you could see kind of like structures and something in the center of it, but you really can't see what.
Is there a way to get up it, or would like these guys need to like climb up? Like, could I act as a bridge for these guys to like climb up me to get on top of it?
If you want to, you can.
All right, I can make myself stretch out, I guess, so that they can go up to that platform or level.
All right.
If there's no time to get up, if it's just there.
Can I have stealth checks all around as you guys begin to walk into this opened room?
You still want me to use those spider stats for these rolls?
No, you can go back to using yours. That was
Okay.
just one of those unique cases of you're communicating more so with spider tongue than your own because you could not.
Okay.
Is there anything in the if I would like to look around the room before I go up the spider?
Of course. So you walk in this room. Chamber stretches wide and deep. Looking up, the ceiling is 100 or so feet tall. And it goes into darkness to shades of red for you. And it's a little muted and hard to see. You can see things moving, but it looks kind of like static on webbing. Like strands of web that stretch across the ceiling. It is little figures you could see just kind of moving stuff. You really can't tell specifically what. Make a perception check. You see the platform in the center of the room that is almost like a kind of an upstepped level within it.
That's cocked as hell. Boo, internet die. 4.
4. You're looking around and you kind of stare up and you just, what the hell's on the ceiling? Really can't tell. But you can see all the webbing that stretches on the walls and kind of up to the top. And it's almost like the room is coated in webbing and just covered in cobwebs of just years and years and years. And very similar to the halls that you just came from.
Okay. So can we...
That's what you find.
Yeah. Well, basically, I was just trying to look, I wasn't even worried about the ceiling. I was just trying to see if this was like the lab room we were trying to look for, if this just seems like a random open room.
It seems
either.
With the 4, this seems like a random open room as of right now.
Okay.
With the
gonna...
raised platform in the middle.
Works for me.
I rolled a 17 for stealth, by the way.
All right. You're feeling pretty stealthy.
Must roll stealth.
The bridge.
6 for stealth.
Okay.
17.
Okay. All right. Can I get Finks and... Can I get your stealth roll, please?
24. Sorry.
24. All good. All good. All right. I feel pretty stealthy in here. Feel pretty quiet. You guys are being careful. Trying not to alert any enemies or any watching eyes. And you get up to this pool, or you get up to this platform that Azoth kind of crawls out to and stretches along part of the platform up. How big is the giant spider? Is it 5 foot?
It doesn't have a... Let me... I can check on that. Hold on.
I would say, unless it says larger than 5 feet, I'd say you'd be able to stretch 5 feet out to kind of start to bridge, and they can kind of step and move around you and like climb through you if they want.
Yeah.
As you walk over to this raised platform, the platform is smooth and cold to the touch. Essentially you walk up to a giant wall, realistically. As you see from afar, as you get closer, it's like, oh no, this is like 10 feet tall. You really can't see up on what's above it, but you see that there's a platform of sorts. And with the little light that you guys do use, this platform looks to be made out of a different material. The ground has been very stone, very carved, blocks of like cement and concrete and like earth stone. This seems to be something a little bit more I want to say marble, because it doesn't have that marble texture to it, but that like density and like that sheen of almost like that marble, like a precious stone, like a little bit more, something more refined, a little more designed, and probably was installed as an import. Like this wasn't just some basic material that they had laying around. This was brought in special. Something different about this material.
Are there any symbols or markings or anything?
A perception check. What are you looking for? Just for symbols, where?
Net 20, but just any like markings, like any language, really anything.
You see markings on the from the ground up, just faintly carved in to it, and only because of the nat 20, these little spiders, kind of almost looking like they crawl up from the ground up to the top of the platform, and then proceed to kind of push over to them, and they're lined. These little carvings are maybe an inch big, and they just meticulously chiseled in, very nice, fine grooved, and then almost like sanded out, so it's not rough. These are almost like a nice polished onyx or some kind of refined stone that has been nice and like almost crafted in.
Okay.
I'm hearing a breathing heavy on the mic. I don't know who. Someone's breathing heavier. It's coming through. Does anyone else hear it?
No.
No? Okay. It's all good. It's just making sure. No one else is hearing it. I must be picking up something else different. All good. All right. So you pick up on this, and just because you got the nat 20, you find these little tiny carvings that are just not deep. They're very just faintly done.
I'm just gonna kind of trace them with the dagger, gently.
Okay. Just trace them over.
Just kind of pointing them out.
Okay. You all are aware. What are you doing? Azoth has begun to kind of stretch open.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
All right. Climb up. You get up about 5 feet, halfway up to the top of the platform. You stretch. You're about like a foot or so short. Make an acrobatics check.
All right.
Or no, this be athletics.
Jump.
Athletics. Just kind of stand, jump, and just.
That's a 6.
Azoth, you get bumped in the head as Finks's body just slams back down onto you.
Let's try again. Oh, that's a 0. Net 1.
Make a dex save, Azoth. As
15.
there is a mace that is slinging to the side of Finks, kind of swings right down by your head. Finks, you land on your feet. Look up at Azoth.
That didn't work.
I'll just gently rub my pincer on his head. Lovingly.
Well, someone's gonna have to throw me.
You guys doing?
I'm gonna take a run and jump up Azoth and try and be a little more acrobatic about it. Maybe then I can lower some rope down for Finks.
All right. I'll say make an acrobatics check. Both of you. As you use an acrobatically with the row kind of step behind Remus, you step behind the giant spider body, kind of stretching out and upwards onto this giant platform, pulling your rope out, getting ready to kind of sling it over to give a help to Finks. What you get?
22.
Nice. You run up, kind of leap off the top of Azoth, stand up on the top of the platform, turn around, throw down the rope. Finks.
11.
11. You go to begin to kind of grab it, step up, and start to walk your feet up toward, walk up the wall, and your feet just completely just slip. But nonetheless, you're holding, and you begin to play it off and just start ramming shoulder, start working your way up it.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right.
How tall is the platform you said again?
Platform 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall. Okay. I'm going to climb on top of Azoth.
Okay.
And let him carry me up if he can climb it.
No, I can just boost myself right up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an option the whole time.
Make an acrobatic check, Azoth, as a spider.
Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, do you
Can
want
I-
to use spider stats?
Spider.
I was like, can I give him advantage by petting his head and being like, "Yeah, you can do this"?
No, but you can pat his head still and give him.
Okay.
Give him a
Okay.
little talk
I get
up.
the same bonus. 22.
All right.
Nice.
Easy enough. As you kind of step up, you find your body kind of clings to this. Find these little indent grooves, and your spider claws just kind of perch and find purchase on it and stick, and you climb up on top of this platform. And looking over it, there is a giant divot bowl within this platform. Turning around, it looks like the top of this is just a bowl that is filled with some liquid.
What color liquid?
Make
It's
perception
soup.
check.
Can I pick up like a rock or is there any like pebble, anything that would sink around?
Make perception check.
22.
Looks like liquid to you.
14.
Dark right now, and don't know if spiders can see in color. What you get, Finks?
A 14 to find a rock.
All right, 14 to find a rock. You don't find any rocks, but you do find a bone.
That will work.
And
All right, I'll pick that up. Investigate.
As you kind of look around, you see multiple bones scattered on this platform, just sporadically placed, like plop there, plop there.
Oh, don't worry, I only need the one.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast the light goblin. I'm gonna cast it on the bone, and basically like tie him up to it, and then throw him in the water.
You see this glow sink in, and then be covered, and just sink in deeper. There is a light, almost like you can see something kind of shining through, but there is no coloration being shown with the darkness. But this doesn't seem like water, where it's translucent. You can see through it. It's more of like a thicker opaqueness, like this liquid texture. It's almost like you can't see where the bone fell in, but you can still see like a bright presence coming from something that kind of sinking through, and as it sinks about 10 feet, just kind of use this glowing presence coming from below this murk.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get wet. Someone else go.
Yep. Howard's gonna jump off of or hop off of Azoth and walk up to the edge of it.
You look down, you see pitch black liquid.
He's gonna kneel down and with his fingers just kind of like dip it, look at it. Black liquid.
Are you just looking with color, or do we have light somewhere?
I'll bring the light
There's
back.
no light source, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
there's
thought
no.
we still had our light finks.
I mean,
no?
I
no,
threw
he
it in the water.
Threw it in the water.
Oh, gotcha.
There's just a glowing presence, but nothing with color.
I can call
Gotcha.
it back. That's fine.
Oh, actually, technically, no. The minute you pulled up light finks and threw them, you would see that the liquid is actually red, thick, sludgy red. Did it make the? Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Lots
well,
of
looks
like dark black ichor as well, but thick sludge red.
And like, how deep is it from like the lip of the bowl?
Almost it's like a pool where it's like inches below the lip.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it just is thick. You can't tell depth through it at all.
Yep. So I have a feeling we're probably gonna have to sacrifice something to fill it all the way up, or
This is huge. This is a giant pool, I'll say, too. Stretches nearly 20 feet across in a circle.
Any other signs of entrances or exits besides the one we came in?
Yes. You see now Looking to the right of the room, there looks to be another kind of closed chamber webbed over. To the left, there appears to be a closed webbed chamber. And ahead of you, there appears to be a closed webbed chamber.
Oh, so okay. So there's this room, a big bowl in the middle that we're kind of on the lip of right now at this point. And then on the ground floor, apparently from where they like climbed up me or whatever, there's 3 doors, one left, right, and center.
Yes.
Like if we were to walk around the giant soup bowl.
Mm-hmm. But so you're in the giant chamber. There's a platform, and then there's the soup bowl in the platform. So yes.
So there's still a platform though, right?
Yeah, yeah. You are on the platform. You are 10 feet up on the platform, looking down. You could see that if you were to get down to left and right and ahead of you, there are 3 doorways that you could go. They are all covered though.
So if this was like a backyard, this would be the deck of the pool that we're standing on.
Yep. You see there. It's essentially a raised in-ground circular pool.
Does the deck go all the way around the pool, or just this little platform?
All the way around it. It's a square deck. Pool is in the dead center of it.
So we've got room to work on the outside without like falling in.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the sides, it's roughly about 5 foot. On the sides, front and back, 10 feet.
Howard's going to inspect like the platform area around the bowl and see if there's any kind of like channels where the liquid would like funnel out of to like feed another thing, or
make a perception check. Looking for channels to see if liquid can funnel anywhere.
17.
17. You see, looking on the ground, there appears to be kind of carvings in the ground itself. They kind of look like ducts that would come from like almost drainage ducts from the sides and pool out to the edges of the walls, and they pool down back to the back corners from the wall to your rear.
Okay.
Kind of just kick back that way. You kind of like look off to the side. You see the little trail go down and back. You down and back as well. Looking down at the ducts, kind of where they kick off from the side of the raised platform, are just kind of, it's smooth, like even cut. Like you look down, you just kind of look down, you see a duck kick out from the ground.
Gotcha. Ducks are empty, or
ducks are currently empty.
Okay.
Whack.
That was a waste of a wild shape, Azoth.
Yeah, I'm already, I guess, seeing that we're just on a pedestal pool. Remus is going to take out 2 daggers and just start climbing his way down, like Piton style, off the pedestal.
All right. Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
What daggers are you using?
Just my 2 regular ones.
Standard daggers? Got it.
Yeah. I've got a plethora.
Some point, Remus is going to be like a watch guy. Want a dagger?
I get a 15. At some point, I'm going to find a belt that can contain them all, if that's a thing.
Like a bandolier.
Yeah.
Daggers. That would be awesome.
It'd be actually really cool. What did you roll? 15? You said?
15.
All right. Easy enough. Doing some road, kind of like precise. You kind of step back and just make your way off this platform. Do you wish to do anything from here?
I'm gonna wait. I'll wave everyone to come off the platform, I guess, once we're done, because it doesn't seem like we can do anything from here. Then I'll go down and just kind of wait to see if anyone follows me.
Okay, you get down. Make a perception check.
I know my mod's not good. What is it? 11.
11. creepy here. A little bit, but that's it. Nothing big you perceive, nothing drastic. Stopping.
I would almost like, I don't know if I can use my bonus action hide, but I basically want to stay against the wall till everyone else comes down. That way I like minimize movement from whoever's on the opposing walls.
Make a stealth check. I'll say that.
What do we got? It's 15.
All right. Not bad, not bad. All right. So you are hanging off the side of the, or you are slipping on the side of the wall, just chilling, waiting there. What's everyone else doing? There's a pool of red liquid.
Can I take a sample of the red liquid?
And do what? Or take it
Like
with
the-
what? Like a vial?
A vial, water skin, whatever I got floating around.
Sure. I allow that. Make a dexterity check as you go to slip a vial in and start to swoop up and swig a little bit of this red liquid.
That's an 11.
Okay. Okay. All right. You carefully, swiftly just swipe and graze the vial along the surface of this red liquid and slip it up, and you see it kind of just thickly, just and slowly, almost like molasses, just drip down the side of the vial. Just. All right.
How's it smell?
Oh, so before you go to cork it, make a perception check.
7.
Has a little nickel and iron, a little metallic smell to it.
No, I'm not going to taste it.
All right.
Tastes like pennies.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Howard is going to also grab a vial. However, he's going to use the vial to kind of like pour it into the duct, like on the platform, and see if I can get like a flow going and see like what it does.
So the duct is actually like on the ground, on the floor level.
Oh, okay.
Looking down. So that's why you looking off the platform, you could see it on the ground. It's
Okay,
almost
never mind.
think if there was a way that it would siphon down into the duct, it would be almost like a drain, like a gutter, like something
Gotcha.
from the pool possibly feeds to that duct.
Okay, so then, all right, cool. So he's actually gonna jump down off the platform.
Okay.
And he's
Make
gonna
an
go
acrobatics check as Howard jumps off a 10-foot platform. Is he jumping or is he butt sliding?
butt sliding.
Butt sliding? Roll with advantage.
Yeah.
10
Okay,
feet.
8.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. Oh. 16.
Fair enough. Easy enough. It's 10 foot. And you carefully just slide off. And luckily, you're the only presence that is making noise in the room. With a as there's a clip, clip, your feet hitting the ground, and I heard if you would have fell on your face, but you didn't, so you're good.
Okay. And then he's gonna walk over to the like the duct opening. I'm assuming that comes out from the bottom of the platform.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna inspect it and see if it's like clogged or if there's anything in there I can get to start flowing. Perception 19.
Ooh.
As you get up, how are you looking for this? Like, what are you looking with, or are you just kind of with your face? Because it's dark. It's so you don't have a light source unless you have your oil lantern. So what are you doing to look on? It, or are you pulling
I will light it up in the occasion of for the 19, I guess.
All
like
right.
that'll be part of the 19.
Got it.
Be lighting it up and just like getting up in there, kind of like, for lack of a better term, fingering it to like see if it's clogged or not. So yeah.
You go down and you see where this duct kind of levels and flush with the wall with this platform, and you're expecting to be almost like a drainage route or something to be clogging it or plugging it, and it appears to be just polished stone. And as you think, well, that's a dumb idea, you see a crack of almost like the stone where it's like broken with like precision cuts, and almost like someone's plugged it, and the plug is flush with the platform.
Can I like jiggle it to try to unplug it?
It is extremely tight. It looks like you have enough room to just like barely like rub your fingers in the cracks of it, but you see that this looks to like someone filled a puzzle piece in here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, then knowing that, he's not going to mess with it anymore, and he's going to go follow whoever to whichever opening we're going to go to.
All right. I'm sorry. You're going to go to where?
I'm just going to follow wherever the party goes, like whichever opening we're going to end up.
All right.
So like right now, I'm just kind of waiting on the floor, I guess, waiting until we can move on.
Okay. All right. You get down. You're right or left side?
Left side.
Left side. All right.
Yep.
So Remus, to your right is where, on the right side of this platform is where Howard is looking at the this little plugged flush part of the wall. Creep around. I'd easily allow a rogue to peek around and see what's happening. You're aware of this. What are you guys doing? Everyone else.
I kind of want to hop up onto the ceiling, like the wall, and climb up if it's all webbed anyways, and just kind of see what's going on up there.
Okay. So as you begin to, you get off of the platform and walk over to the wall, and you begin to kind of climb your way up to the wall, to like the ceiling. Then?
Yeah.
All right. What's everyone else? What are you doing for this? And Howard and Remus, you all just
kind of just exploring the upper parts of the platform, I guess.
It is a smooth, polished floor. The edges are almost like designered cut, almost like with machines were used to like slice this like perfect flush cut to the ground. It's all precisioned, and the lip, you see it has just a little bit of a curve to it, almost like a pool of this red liquid. And there's nothing else in this but on this platform but this. And all the spiders are crawling to it on the carving. So they come up the edge and crawl in towards the pool. It's almost like the ones that came up the wall went into, like almost like they went up the walls and then went into the center.
So the water or the red liquid is like flush with the floor. Like any more will set it over, kind of thing.
It's
like a couple inches below the
lip.
lip.
You're like a couple inches below the lip across the whole way through. So I mean, a body or two in there would raise it. A large body, a large mass, like maybe like an ogre, would push it, would overflow it. A large humanoid body maybe would push it to level, or you just need who knows how much more blood to fill it up.
All right, I'm gonna start throwing stuff in, just like bones, whatever's kind of lying around the edges there.
Scattering it.
I'm gonna get to work on this. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Actually, Howard is going to inspect around the side of the platforms for like any kind of levers, buttons, traps, anything. Like he'll be inspecting the carvings and like pushing to see if it's like a hidden thingy.
Of course. Make an investigation check for that. No, we got 6 viewers.
That's 12.
You see the same spider carvings as Finks was viewing. You see along the other edge where the duct meets a similar plug that's flushed and already pushed in to it. It looks like. Around to the front side, you see another duct leading straight that goes towards the door, and the duct before it hits the door splits and veers off to the walls to the sides.
Okay. Gonna follow and nothing like by pressing the carvings or anything does anything.
Nothing with pressing the carvings does anything, it seems.
Okay.
All
right.
Make an insight check.
Insight. 2.
Unfortunately, carvings, there's nothing you're seeing from the carvings other than that they were carved post, maybe.
Okay. So
they looked a little different than the almost like they were not part of the initial construction of this platform bowl. All right.
Okay.
Looking around the rest of the room now, entering throughout, you do see that the walls and the floors now are scattered with bones. As you go around to the portion of this room that would essentially be across from where you entered in, there is a pile of bodies, it looks like, in the far right corner, kind of tumbled over each other.
Humanoid bodies, or
appears to be.
Howard's gonna look up.
Okay.
How far did you say it was? Like 100 feet?
100 feet up.
100 feet. Any kind of movement as far as like maybe a giant spider?
All right. So we kick over to the giant spider that is crawling up these the walls. Make a perception check for me with advantage.
$21.
21. You see coming up that there is a webbing layer coating the ceiling ahead of you at the 100-foot mark as you're walking up, and you're looking at what you think is a ceiling. And as you come up closer, you start to see it almost look like the ceiling kind of bounce a little as if almost things are moving on top of what is there. Think of like a trampoline, like being underneath the trampoline, and you see it kind of like steps. You see humanoid-looking steps walking. Scurries of little smaller beings. You hear chittering of spiders of just making and looking across the hall, kind of directly in the center, above the pool, there is a bit of a opening that you can see, and it looks to be almost like a for spiders to kind of crawl up and into it.
I'm just gonna crawl up into it.
Crawl up into it, and as you crawl up and peek over and in, you see a swarm of larger, not as big as you, like medium looking spider sizes. Some of them in colors of no colors, actually. Some of them in sizes and covered in fur that are anywhere from 2 feet large to 3 feet large. They're tending over to a nest of little babies, it looks like, there is pools of eggs along the one wall, and you see these spiders kind of dragging webbed up bodies, siphoning them out. You see them looking over gooey, dripping acid in the one portion. You see these humanoid-looking creatures talking to each other. They have almost like this webbed up hut, kind of crafted and spun around, that looks almost like a bee comb, with like the bulbing layers, and they kind of come out of it, talking around, and no distinct language really being spoken, just a lot of clicking noises. And make an intelligence check.
Wait, hold on. That was cocked. 19.
You technically don't speak spider. It's like a rough, like
23.
23. It sounds just kind of like daily village commune. Like, go cook that here, go do that here. We're gonna scavenge for some more food later, and just kind of like a daily routine type of thing you're picking up on. You can kind of peek your head in. Make a perception check.
Nat 20 plus 6, 26.
I have a nat 1, so currently no one's peering over and looking at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With that perception check of mine, did I notice that there was any way? Is there like an exit of sorts to, like, if everybody were to get up there, that they could leave somehow, or is it just kind of under the assumption that they're all coming up from down there to go up there? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Looking up above.
Like, is this funnel that I'm in the only way in and out of this
in
quarter?
This? Yes. This is like the break in the ice.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna scurry back down. Don't need to do anything in there. I'm not gonna. Just kind of gonna unpeek out and kind of walk back down to the main area.
Make a stealth check, please.
That would be a nat 1. My +3 though, so that's a 4.
All right. So, poking your head down and beginning to turn around, you're not exactly used to crawling on webbing. You've been a spider at times, but like in a web, like an all webbing terrain, it's a little different here. And as you try to turn around, directly above this giant pool of red liquid, one of your spider legs, it's almost like that uncontrolled twitch with that one awkward finger, nicks over and just cuts the right part of the webbing that you fall. Howard, at this moment, you look up, seeing the giant spider body poking up in this hole that you kind of see, and you see it falling and falling and falling. Finks,
Howard's going to move out of the way.
Am I headed towards the pool of liquid?
Oh, directly into the pool of liquid. You see yourself approaching the pool of liquid.
Oh, okay.
Finks,
Can I tuck my legs up into a cannonball?
Of course. Finks, you turn around as you see this cannonballed spiders the red liquid gets splashed and overcoming the edges. The liquid is disturbed. Azoth, you begin to sink into it, and it is this slow pull at first. And then you begin to sink deeper, and you hit the basin that is almost like a sink where it kind of pans out. And it's got smoothed edges.
Is there can I notice if there is a drain or a plug at the bottom?
Perception check with disadvantage. I would like a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So perception check would be a 20, non-nat. And then what do I need a saving throw of?
Constitution, please.
16.
You cough out as a spider push out some of this liquid that came into your mouth and your pinchers, and as you're trying to push through and start to push and swim your way to the top, you see that it is tough, and the weight of this swimming through is pushing. It's difficult. With the perception check, you just as you're kind of swimming and kind of pushing up through this liquid, there is a moment that your one of your spider legs nicks a very, very about maybe 5-inch by 5-inch drain of sorts that you can feel almost like flushed in and smoothed in the liquid, and where it is it's flush and smooth. It's 5 inches by 5 inches, and it pushes out in a off direction, and you really can't ascertain what direction because you're underneath and in this liquid. It's just you push one of your spider legs. It goes into the drain. You pull out quickly. You feel it, and then you start swimming up.
All right. Can I mean, it's an attack, I guess, but I have the ability to web. Can I like shoot web out of my butt to try and like unplug the drain, or like
it's more or less this not plugged on this end. It's plugged on the opposite end, so it's kind of like this is like a drain where it would filter feed from. Like
Can I web out to help pull myself up then?
You are deep in this thick liquid. You can start to push and swim your out, and just you start kind of just push just above you break the liquid, the wave of it as it's starting to move around. Make a perception check with disadvantage. Finks, make a perception check.
Sure. 18 for me.
18.
21.
21. All right. Spider Azoth, as you break forth and you kind of spin around with all your eyes just kind of scattering, and Finks, you hear as from this liquid a humanoid, this sluggish, almost like a muck, this mass of just liquid, just red liquid, just it becomes animated in it, and 4-5 foot high, thick around, and starts pushing its way towards you. So we're gonna pick up next week with an encounter in a unknown sentient or in an unknown intruder into its pool of whatever this stuff is. You have disturbed the presence of it, and may not be so pleased that you did.
Before we break, can I ask a question?
Of course.
Did the mass of the giant spider push the water over those channels? The spider channels? I know I'm gonna forget to ask next time.
Wait, hold on, wait. Did what push what over the spider channel?
So when he fell in the water, was that enough to raise the...
Oh, yeah, no. When it hit, it pushed it up, and then it started to spill itself over.
Okay.
Almost like you cannonball in the pool. You start splashing out of it.
Okay.
Howard would have been watching too to see like if it followed the ducks and went and did its thing.
Anyone that hit the ducks pushed out, and it sits in it a little bit. A little bit of the guy on the duck kind of like fits into this groove that kind of just perhaps it's supposed to be filled up. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. Any questions anyone would like to know or prepare or ask before we pick up next week?
Nope.
No, but I do want to make it known, Howard, like if it would have splashed far enough, he would have backed up to make sure that nothing got on his coat.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, damn.
With disadvantage because you just heard a splash.
That was good too. Oh, hold on. Dexterity saving. 9.
I'm sorry, Howard, but as you go to jump and push out of the way, you grab your cloak, and where you grab it, you feel a wet, sticky something on it.
Mm-hmm.
Your party damaging your cloak.
Howard's not having a good time down here. He's got a hole in his cloak. Yeah.
I knows it. But hey guys, thank you so much. We're gonna pick up there next week and see what has happened with this pool of red, thick, viscous, sludgy liquid that is essentially turned into, for lack of a better term, a liquid elemental that is kind of surfing and moving itself towards you as part of just the liquid itself is just raging itself towards this Azoth spider Azoth in the center. I've been your Dungeon Master, Anthony Mullen. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in live. What's up, BlackRock Joe? So glad that you did jump in. Thank you so much. I hope those dice are gonna are rolling good for you. Raven Queen will be talking to you. Yes. That's awesome. Glad to hear. Thank you so much. Listen, if you're watching this on Facebook, I really appreciate it. I haven't jumped on Facebook as I'm running the session, but if you're there watching live, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. I know my players do. We have a great sponsor, Jeff from DCT Industries. In that direction of the thing, it's Danny, point to it for me, please. Yeah, that one right there. I'm not close enough to it. Jeff from DC Industries, though, is our sponsor and has set us up with some minis. We have one more pack of dice to do for giveaways, as well as the starter kit and the essentials kit from Wizards of the Coast as well. So we'll be finding out a way to do a giveaway for these 2 big boxes, as well as a bunch of these incredible packs of minis, which me and Danny will be doing for giveaways on Roll for Wisdom, where we're going to be building some custom character creations, and we're going to be seeing what you guys all think of them, and perhaps if people let us know what custom PCs they would make after me and Danny make ours for Roll for Wisdom, you can perhaps win a mini for yourself as well. So, thank you so much. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, podcasters_tabletop gaming, Facebook, podcasters tabletop gaming. Check out DCT Industries, our great sponsor. Dreams do come true, as they are currently getting ready to release a new game, Last Responder. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As DCT Industries has a new game that they are in the works with called Kaimon. I heard Tony talk about it at the beginning, but it is a tabletop wargaming. Think Pokemon meets Dungeons and Dragons meets Warhammer, with monsters that have multiple different attacks, and you command them in battle against another monster. It is they are a local gaming company from Western New York that I am so happy to have found out about, and I can't wait to see the final product. I can't wait to show some test gameplay for you guys. So we will be talking to Jeff as I have some goodies in the works I'm going to talk to my players about when we are done with this stream, but look forward to a lot of things. Check out DCT Industries. Make sure you follow them, like them on social media with Instagram and Facebook. Let them know you checked us out through podcasters watching the Faybala 5. Let him know who you think your favorite player is of the Faybala 5. We got Finks, the Goblin Cleric. We got Remus, the Tiefling Rogue. We have Howard, your basic human Warlock. And then Azoth, our favorite elf druid, as well as Lucky Fink's companion mouse, chilling somehow. We want more barrel action. Oh, you want more barrel action? Perhaps you could just bonus action hide. You know what you could do, though? You could also pick up one of these wicked bonus action hide shirts at the shop at our link, the Faybala shop at our Teespring. You can check out our Facebook or the notes that are Can someone drop the link for my Teespring for the not for my Teespring for the Teespring, please, in the chat, as well as on our Facebook and Instagram. Check out the Teespring. You can pick up one of the bonus action high t-shirts, as well as one of the awesome Frick t-shirts, the Warlock shirts, as well as the Dark Side of the Die, and more to come. There are some great stuff in the works, and I can't wait to drop them all for you all. I'm rambling now, so please, if you didn't pick up anything other than go check out DCT Industries. My point is done. Players, Azoth, what's up? Let the people know where to find you.
That's Spider Azoth when I'm not hanging out in my web or making cannonballs into tomato soup. You can find me on Twitter at Podcasters Azoth, or me on any other form of social media at TheMark716.
Nice. And Howard.
Howard, you can find Howard on Twitter at PodcastersH. You can also follow my little doodles and arts at on Facebook and Instagram, Ratfink Arts, RATPHINC Arts. But yeah,
All
go
right.
follow.
And Remus.
I'm Remus. You can follow Remus on Twitter at PodcastersRemus. He was tweeting more than usual today during the live session, which was fun for me. But you can follow me at Rick_Coates. Yeah, there's a couple gems on the Podcasters Remus Twitter. Hopefully, I don't know. I just go at it. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching and being with us here on the live stream.
Hell yeah. And last but not least, Finks and Lucky.
All right, you guys can follow Finks on Twitter at PodcastersFinks. Lucky is a mouse; he does not have a Twitter. You can follow me personally on Instagram at Phoenix Forge for some miniature painting.
There you go. Well, everyone, check out our great players. Follow along with Twitter. Follow and support them all individually on Instagram, and then please make sure to head over to DCT Industries. Say hi, give them a like, follow, and share, as well as stopping by the Podcasters Facebook and Instagram, Podcasters Tabletop Gaming. If you haven't yet, head on over to Twitch, hit subscribe, like, follow. We'll see you next week, and get those D20s rolling. I love this white die. I mean, it's a D20. Oh, we all got the wait. You got what do you got a D6 for?
It was just the first one that had a 5 up.
It's a